Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Burchill Field here in Norton, Massachusetts for today's youth baseball game between GH Electric Services Orioles versus the Flynn Pest Control Guardians. This is the first batter of the game. It is a double. Actually, it's going to be a triple now for the Orioles, and making his way with the leadoff triple for the Orioles right there was Evan. Evan is also the pitcher for the Orioles today. My name is Anthony. Today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. As I was saying, today's youth baseball game features the GH Electric Services Orioles and the Flynn Pest Control Guardians. Orioles are up to bat here in the top of the first inning. Guardians in the red, Orioles in the black and orange. Pitching for the Guardians is Griff. So there are no outs here in the top of the first, as this is a ground ball. Oh, nice backhanded snag by Griff. Throws it to first, out. However, the run does come home, so that was Nate, the shortstop, with the ground out. He does get an RBI, though, and it's a 1-0 Oriole lead. So up to bat now is the catcher, Will. Swing and a miss for strike one. While there is already a run scored, Griff, the pitcher, has been delivering some good pitches on the mound for the Guardians. The swing and a miss for strike two. That's back-to-back pitches that have started what appeared to be high but have sunk down. So it's an 0-2 count. That one was just inside. The pitcher, Griff, wanted that one. It looked like a really good pitch. That one gets away from the catcher. The catcher is TJ for the Guardians. Beautiful summer-like afternoon here in Norton. That one's outside for ball three, so we've got a full count. The 3-2 pitch. Strike three. So up to bat now is the first baseman, Dean, for the Orioles. He's left-handed. 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike one. That's high and inside for ball one. Pitcher Griff with some heat on these balls. That one's low for ball two. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. So it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the first. That's high. We have a full count. This is a shot over the first baseman's glove. And that was a nice line drive hit by Dean. So he will stand at first base with 2 outs. Up to bat now is the center fielder, Bryson. It was a good effort by the first baseman, Logan, jumping. That line drive shot was just a little too high for his glove. Meanwhile, Dean takes off for second, and he is there safely. So the Orioles have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the first. They already lead 1-0 thanks to a leadoff triple by Evan. And then the shortstop, Nate, while he grounds it out to the pitcher, was able to drive home Evan from third. So it's a 1-0 Oriole lead. Griff is checking in on the base runner at second. Swing and a miss for strike one. So it's a 1-1 count. Ball two. That'll be ball three. Nope, excuse me, that was strike two. So it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that'll do it for the top of the first. The Orioles lead 1-0. Guardians up to bat next. Back here in Norton for the bottom of the first inning between the Orioles and the Guardians. Orioles lead 1-0 thanks to the leadoff triple by Evan. We will start with a foul ball. The pitcher is Evan for the Orioles. He's on the mound, and up to bat first is Stevie, the shortstop for the Guardians. He went for the bunt to start the at-bat. It was fouled off, so we have an 0-1 count. Let's see if Stevie goes for the bunt again. That'll be strike two. Good pitch delivered by Evan.
Yeah, wonder if it's a kid I know.
That one's outside for ball one. Evan also delivering some heat on these pitches. That is fouled back. My goodness, what a laser. So the count is still 1-2. This is a grounder to second. It gets right by the second baseman, and it's a leadoff single for Stevie. Second baseman Luke gave a good effort, but that ball just went right by him. So a leadoff single for the Guardians as they're looking to try to tie this game up here in the bottom of the first inning. Up to bat is the second baseman Mason. Evan looks back at first. He will throw back to first. Stevie really wants to go to second. There he goes. Swing and a miss for the strike. Stevie is safe. That was some mighty fancy stepping going on a few yards off of first base. But he is safe at second. There goes Stevie for third. Here's the throw. Goes over the third baseman's head. Stevie will round third and score. We are tied at 1. And Stevie the Speedy just rounding the diamond. And we've got a tie game here in the bottom of the first. Meanwhile, there are 2 strikes. This is Mason up to bat. He takes ball 1. And that'll be strike 3, but the ball gets away from the catcher. So here comes the throw to first, and there we go. That's the out. Good heads-up play by both the catcher and the first baseman of the Orioles. Up to bat now will be Matt, the third baseman. So 1 away here in the bottom of the first. We are tied at 1. I'll tell you what, Evan is throwing some really good fastballs. That'll be ball 2. I'd like to see if we could get the speed on some of these. I don't think that's possible, but he's throwing pretty fast. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Evan also wasting no time on the mound. Swing and a miss, and we've got a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. My goodness. Smoke just coming off of these pitches. So there are 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Up to bat now will be the first baseman, Logan. That one goes to short and out at first. So that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. We are tied at 1. Orioles up to bat next in the top of the second. Top of the second inning is underway. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Back on the mound is Griff. Up to bat now is the left fielder for the Orioles, Donnie. We are tied at 1. In both innings, the very first batter was able to reach and score. That'll be ball 1. We've had some good pitches delivered by both teams so far in this game. That one's high for ball 2. This one is fouled back. We've got a 2-2 count. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Griff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. With 1 away here in the top of the second, up to bat is the second baseman, Luke. After the leadoff triple, Griff has been throwing some good pitches. That one's a little outside and low for ball 1. And looks like the Guardians will speak with the pitcher, Griff, for just a little bit. We'll be right back. Back here with the 1-0 pitch. That is strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 count with a 1 out. Second baseman Luke up to bat. That one's outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3, got him looking. 2 away here in the top of the second. And up to bat now is the third baseman, Nolan.
Yeah, it's Stevie, right? Yeah.
Griff's at shortstop.
Good thing I know the kids.
Yeah, Griff's at shortstop.
Didn't get
Am I looking at Hey, Nolan.
to say. Correction. And go from there.
So first base reached by third baseman Nolan. Up to bat now is the right fielder Jackson. So Jackson took ball one. And we do have a correction. The pitcher is Stevie on the mound. Griff is playing shortstop. Stevie is the pitcher. So here comes the 2-0 from Stevie. That'll be strike one, and the catcher thought about throwing it back to first to check on Nolan. That one's high for ball three. So it's a 3-1 count with 2 outs.
I just noticed that. It looked like it was switching.
So here comes the 3-1 from Stevie. That'll be strike two.
Nice job, Stevie.
So it's a full count with 2 outs. Looking to get out of the top of the second inning. Nolan, the third baseman, stands at first. And strike three, got him looking. The throw to second base won't matter, as that was the third out of the top of the second. Orioles will play the outfield, and up to bat in the bottom of the second will be the Guardians. Bottom of the second inning is about to get started now. We are still tied at 1 between the Orioles and the Guardians. This is Anthony.
Okay.
This is Anthony with Norton Media Center. Evan is back on the mound for the Orioles. This one is fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count. Up to bat is Griff for the Guardians. This one's fouled back again. Held my breath a little bit there as that one was headed for my car.
I've had that happen. High school game.
So here comes the 0-2 pitch again from Evan. Oh, that is a nice shot into left field, and it takes a kind of an awkward bounce in front of the left fielder. That was a tough one to play, but it is a long base hit there for Griff.
Nice job.
So leadoff single here in the bottom of the second. TJ is up to bat now for the Guardians. Evan throws it back. My goodness, he did that so nonchalantly. Made me jump a little bit there. There goes Griff. This pitch does get away, so Griff will take second with ease. So the Guardians have a runner in scoring position with 1 ball. That one's foul tipped, so Griff will head back to second. So it is a 1-1 count now. Throwing it back to second just to check on Griff. He definitely wants to try to head for third. TJ takes a moment out of the box. Here comes Evan with the pitch. This one's fouled back.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, some of these fouls going back are getting awfully scary near some of the cars, including those that are moving. My goodness. All right, we've got a 1-2 count. No outs. That one's outside for ball 2. Griff standing at second. The 2-2 pitch is high and away, so Griff will take third base. So here comes the 3-2 pitch with no outs. Griff stands just feet away from home, as that one is away for ball 4. So we've got runners on the corners now. That's TJ who takes first. So here comes Sean up to bat. Runners on the corners, nobody out. There's strike 1, and then taking second base is TJ. So now we've got 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. This one's grounded back to the pitcher. He'll throw it off to the catcher. Out at home, and that was a great play made by Evan. So prevented a run from scoring. Runners are still at the corners, but now there's 1 out. Meanwhile, Sean reaches first base. We will wait for the dust to settle at home. Up to bat now appears to be Aiden. There will be a little discussion on the mound, perhaps discussing a potential for a double play here, or if there's any kind of infield grounder. Do they want to try to throw to third or potentially throw it to home? A lot of possibilities here. So it's the bottom of the second. We're tied at 1, 1 out. Runners at first and third. It looks like this is Aiden who's up to bat. That's strike 1 from Evan, and taking second base is Sean. So now that really limits the Oriole chances of a double play. Still possible, though. That one's outside for ball 1. That's strike 2. This will be a big pitch coming up here for the Orioles. That's outside for ball 2. The 2-2 is high, and we've got a full count with 1 out. So the Guardians are 1 ball away from having bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout. So runners are on second and third with now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And I believe this is Stevie, a second Stevie, who is up to bat. This is a grounder to short. They will throw it on to first, and the Orioles get out of the inning, not allowing a single run. So we will head to the top of the third, still tied at 1. Orioles up to bat next. Top of the third inning is underway. Stevie back on the mound for the Guardians, delivering strike 1. That'll be ball 1. trying to see who this is up to bat right now. I can't tell if this is Jackson, the right fielder. It might be the pitcher, Evan. I believe it's Evan, the pitcher, who had a leadoff triple to start this game and eventually scored from third. Yes, this is Evan who's up to bat. So he's got a 2-1 count against him. Make that 3-1.
Looks like strikes.
So 3-1 pitch from Stevie is high, and that'll be ball 4. So for the second time in this game, the pitcher Evan will take first. He's got quite the leadoff too. Stevie takes note and throws back. That'll be strike one, and oh my goodness. Evan gets back, but that was closer than what it could have been. So it's an 0-1 count. Evan goes back to first. Just a game of chess right now between both pitchers. There goes Evan, and he will easily take second. So it's a 1-1 count. Evan stands at second with nobody out. Stevie still pitching for the Guardians. Evan now going to be leading off of second base. Stevie checks on him. It is just an intense stare down between the two pitchers. And this is a hit batter here. So Nate will take first base. So we've got Nate at first. We've got Evan at second. Nobody out. And both runners are going. Evan takes third. Nate takes second. So we've got two runners in scoring position now with nobody out here in the top of the third. There is one strike. This is Will, who's up to bat. Stevie and the Guardians looking to get out of a situation here. Orioles looking to take the lead. Evan is showing the possibility of trying to steal home. Stevie appears as though he's not going to fall for that one. That's ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count in what has been a active top of the third, to say the least. That's ball 2. So 2-1 is the count. Nobody out. Top of the third. We're tied at 1. This one is fouled back, so that will be strike 2. This could be a potential big out here for Stevie and the Guardians. That is low, so we've got a full count. They're actually going to throw back to third to check on Evan. So now this is a full count and a big pitch here for the Guardians. That's high, so we've got bases loaded now with nobody out. Up to bat is Dean. And we're going to have a left-hander versus a righty pitcher matchup here. Golden opportunity here for the Orioles to take the lead. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That one is low for ball one. Evan at third base continues to toy with the idea of stealing home. Here comes the pitch. That is a grounder to first. They will throw on to second now. He is safe. 2 runs will come home. Evan from third, Nate from second. So amid all the chaos, it is a 3-1 Oriole lead. Standing at second base now is Dean. We have 1 out, and up to bat now is Bryson. They will throw on to third here, and sliding is safe. Maybe that was Will, actually. I actually think that's Will who's on third. Dean grounded out to first. Will ended up running to second. So Will is on third. And that will be strike one. They'll check on Will at third. It is a 1-1 count. So this is Bryson up to bat still. Dean just grounded out. The 1-1 pitch. Make that 1-2. One out here in the top of the third. That one is high and dropped in, but it was still a little high for a ball 2. So it's a 2-2 count. That one's inside. They'll check back in on Will. Oh, they throw it and it hits off of Will. So it's a full count now with 1 out. (3-1) Oriole lead. What has been a 2-run third inning for them. That one is into the dirt and it gets away. Here comes Will from third. He slides and is safe. So it is a 4-1 Orioles lead. Bryson takes first. So there's still 1 out. Bryson's on first. Donnie is up to bat now. Guardians would love for this to be a grounder in the infield for a chance at a double play to get out of the inning. They will throw back to first, and my goodness, that was close, but they're checking back in on Bryson. Meanwhile, the pitch was ball 1. Swing and a miss. Bryson will take second. So it's a 1-1 count to Donnie. That'll be ball 2. Stevie and the Guardians looking to get another out here. That's ball 3. And the Guardians will discuss things over on the mound. We'll be back in just a moment. Strike number 2 was just delivered by Stevie, so it is a full count with 1 out here in the top of the third. Bryson stands at second. This is Donnie up to bat. Stevie is pitching, and that'll be ball 4. So Donnie will stand at first. Bryson remains at second. Up to bat now is Luke. Guardians once again going to be looking for a double play here. Runners go, and they will take second and third. So 2 runners again, scoring position. That pitch was a ball, by the way, so it's a 1-0 count. Stevie versus Luke. That'll be strike one. That is a shot that goes into center field, scoring from third, and oh, that was a good throw back home. So it is a 5-1 Oriole lead. That was an RBI double there for Luke. Donnie stands at third. Luke is at second. And it has been a 4-run top of the third for the Orioles. Still only 1 out. Up to bat now is Nolan. Stevie delivers the pitch. Oh, wow, that bat just broke. They will throw to first, and Nolan is out. Wow, I don't think I've seen a bat break in youth baseball before. That thing was shattered. And I don't know. I think they... So, after that, a runner did score from third, so that was actually the 5th run. So, the 5th run mercy rule took place right there. So, the bottom of the third is coming up next. Guardians up to bat. Bottom of the third inning is underway now. That was a 5-run top of the third for the Orioles. Evan, the pitcher, delivers strike one. So because it was a 5-run top of the third, that is the mercy rule for the inning. So it's a 6-1 Orioles lead over the Guardians. And it's a quick 0-2 count. This one is fouled back. Trying to see who's up to bat for the Guardians. This one is low for ball one. And strike three, got him looking. One down here in the bottom of the third. And up to bat now appears to be a new batter for them. It looks like this is Davis. That's his last name, Davis, I believe. Where's number 7? That'll be strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. And wow, this is an absolute shot. Just hits the top of the fence. And it will be a double potentially. My goodness, that was a little bit closer at second base than I thought. Wow, that was inches away from going over the fence. So that is a 1-out double. And it sounds like that was Caden with the hit. So I believe up to bat now is hard to tell. Caden stands at second. This is a grounder fair to third. They will throw it on to first. It is high. So Caden will take, Caden takes third. So runners on first and third now. And oh, he will try to take second. They throw it away from second. Caden scores from third. Runner now will head for third. And that was a big run right there for the Guardians. It is 6-2. So we've got 1 out with a runner on third. This will be a bunt. It is fair, and this is going to be a close play at first. They won't attempt the throw. And the Guardians are having themselves a nice bomb with the third. So now we've got runners on the corners with one out. There he goes for second. So runners are now at second and third. Up to bat is Matt. So that was Mason who just reached with the bunt. Mason is now at second. Matt takes ball 2. It is a 2-0 count in what has been just a crazy third inning, both top of the third and bottom of the third. This one's fouled back. Heads up, everyone. So as we all catch our breath here, it is a 2-1 count with one out, bottom of the third, a 6-2 Oriole lead. They've got runners, the Guardians that is, have runners on second and third. That right there was strike 2. Matt is up to bat. Evan is pitching for the Orioles. This one is fouled up and heading for us. So we'll do it again. It's a 2-2 count. Strike 3, got him looking. That was a big-time strikeout. And there are 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Up to bat now is Logan. That is an absolute blast into center field. And, oh, just off the gate. What a ricochet. That is a double, 2 RBIs. And the Guardians have fought their way back into this one. It was 6-1. It's now 6-4. That's 2 shots from the Guardians now in this inning that were inches away from being home runs. So this is Griff up to bat. We've got another runner in scoring position for the Guardians. There he goes for third. There's the throw to the first, excuse me, to the pitcher. They're not going to attempt the throw to third. So Logan stands at third. That is a strike into left field, and we've got a 1-run game. RBI single from Griff. It is a 6-5 game. So now due to that inning mercy rule, if the Guardians get one more run, not only will be tied at 6, but that'll be the end of the third inning. So this is TJ up to bat now. Evan checks back in. He checks back in to first base like Patrick Mahomes with the no-look throws. Here we go. So 2 outs, 6-5 Oriole lead. This is a grounder that, oh, it's going to be kicked off of Griff.
He's out, right?
So we'll see what the situation is here. That was quite the unbelievable play. So they're actually going to say he's out because of that. So that will do it for the bottom of the third inning. Again, as Griff was heading for second, the ball was kicked. That results in an out. That is chaotic. So that'll do it for the third inning. We will head to the top of the fourth. Orioles lead 6-5. What chaos. Top of the fourth inning about to get started here between the Orioles and the Guardians. This is Anthony for Norton Media Center. Strike 1 is delivered by the new pitcher. This time it is Griff. So Griff is on the mound for the Guardians. He delivers strike 1 to Jackson. A 6-5 Oriole lead. That was a crazy, crazy third inning. Both the top of the third and the bottom of the third. In any event, it is an 0-2 count. That one hops in the dirt for ball one. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Griff to Jackson. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out of the top of the fourth. Up to bat now is the pitcher, Evan. Evan has reached and scored in his first 2 at-bats of the game. He takes strike 1. That is a strike to shortstop. There's a little bit of a bobble. Evan will reach. Barely reaches. So he now stands at first base. He's made it to first, at least first, in all 3 at-bats now. Up to bat now is Nate. Here comes Evan with the large leadoff again. He will head for second. Here comes the throw, and Evan reaches standing. So runner is at second with 1 out. Meanwhile, the pitch was a strike, so it is an 0-1 pitch now for Griff. Again, Nate, the shortstop, is the batter. He pops this one up to second base. Oh, and it's dropped. So Evan will stay at third. And now taking off for a second is Nate. So we've got runners on second and third with only 1 out. So up to bat now is Will. Orioles with runners on second and third. They will check in at Evan on third again. They keep thinking there's going to be a potential that Evan tries to steal home. Maybe he has a history of doing that. And they've studied the film. In any event, Will up to bat. 1 out. That one's inside for the ball. They'll throw back to third. Oh, they've got Evan in a pickle now. So they'll throw it to catcher.
Why is somebody at third?
Back to third. Oh, Evan will tag up, and now Evan will head home, and maybe that's the reason why. Let's see if he's safe. He is, as the ball gets past the catcher. What chaos. If I had a nickel for every time I've said that today. So it is a 7-5 Orioles lead, and I think that maybe answers our question, cameraman Jameson, as to why Evan threatens to steal home in case situations like that arise. Meanwhile, Nate took third base, so it's a 7-5 Oriole lead. 1 out, runner on third. That is a strike. Oh, and now we've got another pickle situation going on here, and this time Nate will take home, and it's an 8-5 Oriole lead. So amidst all the chaos, it is a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. This one's fouled back. That may have ricocheted off of the umpire as well. Two strikes. Everyone seems to be okay. So this is Dean taking ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Popped up. We'll do it again. The game started out as a pitcher's duel. Both Stevie and Evan were pitching great games, and then that third inning came up, and it was madness. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up. Look out, Jamison. That one was the closest it's been in quite some time. All right, 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss. And that was a big strikeout from Griff and the Guardians. So we've got 2 outs now. Up to bat is Bryson. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That is a blast into center field, and that will go over the center fielder, so it'll just be a very long base hit for Bryson. Up to bat now, this should be Donnie. Bryson will lead a little bit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Donnie. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Griff. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the Guardians won't attempt the throw. So Bryson stands at second. Donnie is down 0-2, though, to the pitcher Griff. There are 2 outs. And that's strike 3. Got him looking. And that'll do it for the top of the 4th. Orioles lead the Guardians 8-5. Guardians up to bat next. Bottom of the 4th inning about to get underway. We have a new pitcher for the Orioles. Evan will take second base, and the pitcher now is Bryson. Bryson delivers ball 1. Up to bat for the Guardians is Sean. It is an 8-5 Oriole lead in this game. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. And that'll be a strike 2. Bryson looking for the strikeout. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So there is 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. So up to bat now is Stevie. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Bryson's delivering some good pitches so far here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This one is popped up foul.
Ooh.
Wow. Came awfully close to striking a truck. My car is the one just right to the truck. My goodness. That one is high for ball 1. Cameraman Jameson knows where the real spots are for parking. I'll need to take note of that for next time. Meanwhile, that is strike 3, so that's 2 strikeouts for Bryson here in the bottom of the 4th. And up to bat now, I believe this is Colin. I believe this is Colin up to bat. Swing and a miss. Nothing but strikes for Bryson so far. With the occasional ball here or there, but it feels like nothing but strikes. That's ball one. Bryson also has some height on him. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one is high for ball two. Here comes the 2-1 with 2 outs. That'll be ball three. So here comes the 3-1 pitch from Bryson. Swing and a miss, and we've got a full count. That one had some heat on it. Again, I believe this is Aiden who's up to bat. That one's fouled back. We'll do it again. This one's popped up again. Virtually the same thing as last time. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth, an 8-5 Oriole lead over the Guardians. Bryson the pitch. Foul back again. That is 3 straight pitches that have been fouled off in virtually the same spots.
And not hitting the car.
Without hitting a car. This is unbelievable. What luck. So here comes the full count again. And that's outside for ball 4. So Newcomb, the last name of the player, is on first. They will throw it to Newcomb, and oh, that can't tell if that hit him or if that ricocheted off of the first baseman's glove. So we have 2 outs. Runner heads for a second. He is safe. That was strike 1, by the way. So runner stands at second with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This is Colin who's up to bat, I believe. That one's a little high for ball 1. And yes, this is Colin up to bat. Bryson looking for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the 5th coming up. Orioles lead 8-5. Top of the 5th inning now underway. Griff is pitching again, and that is a swing and a miss. Donnie is up to bat for the Orioles. This is Anthony with cameraman Jameson for Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. Orioles lead the Guardians 8-5. Shadows are starting to cast over here on the field. They do have a darkness rule. I don't know the exact name of it, so that's what I call it. Probably won't take effect for a little while, but just something to keep in mind as we go longer into this game. 2-1 is the count. That'll be 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. So a good first at bat for pitcher Griff here in the top of the 5th. Up to bat now is Luke. Griff also has some height on him. So Bryson pitching for the Orioles and Griff pitching for the Guardians now, both of which are taller pitchers. That'll be strike 1. That's in the dirt for ball 2. That'll be strike 2. So 2-2 is the count with 1 out. Again, it is the top of the 5th inning here from Norton. Beautiful day for some baseball. That one's high. We've got a full count. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Griff and the Guardians. So up to bat now is Nolan. Guardians looking to make this a quick inning in the outfield for them, but then they will need some offense in the next inning or two. That one's outside for ball 1. That's inside for ball 2. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's ball 3. So after back-to-back strikeouts, that is 3 straight balls that are thrown by Griff. And that is ball 4. So Nolan will take first. Up to bat now is Jackson with 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat from Griff. That's a ball. So that's 5 straight balls thrown now after the back-to-back strikeouts in this 5th inning. That'll be a ball 2. Nolan decides to stay. Here comes the 2-0. Make that 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is fouled back. And that was a much-needed foul for the Guardians. So now it's a 3-1 count with 2 outs. That is popped up to the second baseman.
Oh, no.
And they do make the catch. Second baseman's the one who corrals it, but the shortstop was going after it as well. Nonetheless, 3 outs, and we will be back in just a few moments for the bottom of the 5th. Guardians up to bat. Bottom of the 5th inning now underway. Bryson is still pitching for the Orioles. He's been lights out so far. Up to bat is Caden for the Guardians, and he cranked one his last at bat. It was just inches away from being a home run. The count is 1-1. 8-5 Orioles lead. What has been a good game here in Norton. That one's foul tipped. We are here at the Birchill Complex. Nice June night here. So it's a 1-2 count. Make that 2-2. Two-two pitch. And strike 3. Got him looking. So 1 away. This will be Stevie up to bat. Stevie started the game pitching for the Guardians. So right-handed pitcher, but left-handed batter. 1-0 is the count. And 2-0 is the count. We had a chaotic 3rd and 4th inning in this game. The other innings have been relatively calm. That one's fouled, so 2-1 is the count. That one's high for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Bryson. That one is fouled back. So we've got a full count. The 3-2 pitch. That is fouled back, virtually the same exact spot. Stevie up to bat, Bryson the pitcher. 8-5 is the score. Orioles lead. That is grounded to the shortstop, throwing and safe. That may have actually been the second baseman. Nope, it was actually the shortstop. That was Evan, the shortstop, who actually was the starting pitcher for the Orioles. So Stevie reaches on the infield single. He's at first with 1 out. Up to bat now is Mason. Stevie goes. This one's fouled back, so Stevie will have to return to first. Mason is the batter with the 0-1 count. And a 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. They will throw. Oh, they've got Stevie in a pickle situation. Here we go. They are looking for someone to cover first. Now someone's got to cover second. Orioles have Stevie in quite the predicament. He is out. And that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Good heads-up awareness there by the Orioles infield. So we have 2 outs now. This is Mason still up to bat. And I don't believe there's been a ball or a strike. Actually, there may be a strike to Mason. I think he fouled one off. That's ball 1. I believe he did foul one off because Stevie had to return to first. So even though the scoreboard doesn't say it, I believe it's a 1-1 count. So it should be a 1-2 count now. That is fouled back again. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bryson still pitching for the Orioles. He's been good so far. Swing and a miss. Right on cue. And that'll do it for the 5th inning. Orioles up to bat next in the top of the 6th. On second base now is Nate. So nobody out. Nate stands at second here in the top of the 6th. Up to bat is Will. Griff is still pitching. This one hits the dirt, and Nate will take third. We have the catcher for the Guardians putting his attire back on. Nate is at third. Evan just scored for the Orioles. So it's a 9-5 Oriole lead. This is an absolute blast, and it goes into right field. Scoring from the third is Nate. Will with the RBI. He'll take second. He's headed for third. This is a great throw to third. It gets by the third baseman, so will walk to third. So it is a 10-5 Orioles lead. Nobody out still. Dean is up to bat. So the Orioles have doubled their lead here. Dean is looking to drive home Will. Here comes the 1-0. Make that 2-0. comes the pitch from Griff. That's ball 3. Ball 4. So will take first base. We've got runners on the corners with nobody out. Dean is up to bat. And a Will take second base. That will be strike 1. So we've got Will at second. Nate is at third, I believe. It's a swing and a miss right there, and I think that's Dean who's up to bat. So 0-2 is the count, and that's strike 3. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. That one is away. The runners will stay. Ball 1. And excuse me, this is Donnie up to bat, so that was Bryson who struck out. Dean is at second, Will is at third. That makes sense. So Will at third, Dean at second, Bryson just struck out. Donnie is up to bat. He pops this one high into the sky, and it will fall between the second baseman and the right fielder. So a run will score. Donnie will take second. Dean is at third. Will scored, and it's an 11-5 Oriole lead.
3 runs scored on the side.
So that's 3 runs that have scored in this inning. 2 more, and it will be the 5-inning Mercy. Luke is up to bat. Takes the ball. So that's 2 balls now in this at-bat. Two 2-0 is the count with 1 out here at the top of the 6th. An 11-5 Oriole lead. That'll be strike 1. That's strike 2. Here comes the 2-2. And that's ball 3. So we have a full count now with a runner on third and 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Griff. It is high for ball 4. No, now they say the count is full. Okay, so now we've got a full count. We'll try this again. Now it's ball 4, and from the third comes Will. He is safe. And that was the 4th run of this inning, so 1 more and it will be the inning Mercy. So Donnie is on, no, excuse me, Luke is on. Sorry, mosquitoes are everywhere now. Luke is on first. Nolan is up to bat. Griff is pitching with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. So here's Nolan. That'll be strike 1. That'll be ball one, but then taking second base is Luke. So he's in scoring position with one out. One and one is the count. Make that 2-1. Runners at second and third. Nolan up to bat. Griff is pitching for the Guardians. It is a 12-5 Oriole lead. That'll be ball three. So 3-1 is the count. Swing and a miss, and we've got a full count. Full count, one out, runners at second and third. They will throw to third. Runner from third will actually stay, as that took a ricochet off the fence that benefited the Guardians. So again, full count. Here's the pitch. And that is strike three. So 2 outs here, and that was a big strikeout. Up to bat now is Jackson. Swing and a miss for strike one. Oh, 0-1 is the count. Griff looking to get out of this inning with the Guardians. That's strike two. That's in the dirt for a ball one. Runners at second and third. They stay put. 1 and 2 is the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That's outside for the ball. So it's a 2-2 count. 12-5 Orioles lead. That's ball three, and we've got a full count. The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Guardians up to bat with the bottom of the 6th inning coming up. Strike one to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Looks like there's a new pitcher for the Orioles. So 1-0, so excuse me, 0-1 is the count. That is strike two. My goodness, there was some heat on that one. So 0-2 is the count. Wow, that was strike three. They will throw to first for the first out of the inning. My goodness, new pitcher and extreme heat. So it is a 12-5 Oriole lead with 1 out. It's ball one. That'll be strike one, and my goodness, these are thunderous sounds coming from the contact of the pitch to the catcher's glove. So 1-1 is the count. It's ball two. Even the umpires alluding to the speed of these pitches, and wow, that was a grounder right back to the pitcher. Nice stop. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. So Griff is up to bat. I believe this is Nolan who's pitching. So here comes the first pitch, and that is in the dirt for the ball. Here comes the 1-0. Again, I believe this is Nolan pitching for the Orioles. Swing and a miss for strike one. And this is Griff at the bat for the Guardians. 12-5 Oriole lead. That'll be ball two. That'll be strike two. So 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Orioles looking to close it out. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. He will have to run to first. Here comes the throw. It is off base. So reaching it, heading to second is Griff. The throw to second, and wow, diving save made by Evan. That was potentially going to be a runner on third situation. So some way, somehow, Griff reaches second. TJ is up to bat now for the Guardians.
Should be, yeah. Yep. This is it. I asked it goes 6. I asked the kids today.
So the Guardians stay alive. They're down by 7 here. There are 2 outs. Griff heads for third, and the Orioles probably wise to not even attempt the throw there, as that was strike one, by the way. TJ is up to bat for the Guardians.
Good hit.
That is ball one. So 1-1 is the count. That is ball two. I am floored by the speed of these pitches right now. So 2-1 is the count. Maybe this is Nate who's pitching. I actually think this is Nate, not Nolan, excuse me. Nate is pitching. So 3-1 is the count. And that's strike two. So we've got a full count now with 2 outs. Runner is on third. Orioles lead 12-5. A strike here or any kind of out will do it for the game. And strike three. That will do it. And the Orioles defeat the Guardians by a score of 12-5 in what was a wild game. This is Anthony with cameraman Jameson for Norton Media Center. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. Have a great night, everyone.